All right, boys, we're here at break number 683. It is going to be the second half of the Bowman Inception multi-sport. Hopefully they just keep this basketball and football long term. We don't need to get no tennis or nothing in here. As I mentioned, there's a huge, because I can't speak. Huge release day tomorrow is there's going to be Heritage, Star Wars, Chrome, as well as just pulling the boxes out of the Inception, as well as oh, this must be a really good box. They flipped it over. This must be where the 101 Victor Wembenyama is at. But I was going to say, that is going to be the 8 boxes. I mean, Cal Ripken Jr. here, Project 2020. Ben Ballard to the card. Give him us over on the package, or give him a nice rub on the boxes. Heritage comes out tomorrow, as well as there's going to be Top Sterling. Top Sterling is going to be a hit draft. It's probably going to be $550 a spot. It's going to be 8 cards in a case. There's 4 boxes in a case, 2 cards per box. It is very, very high end. Think of as high end as Dynasty. Maybe a little bit lower than that this year, but typically Sterling sits right up there. Every case has a guaranteed 101 in it. So that'll be the 3 products that release tomorrow. I will be running at least 2 case breaks of Heritage, hopefully. Need to go grab my man DeWalt. As well as I have case of Star Wars. I can always get more Star Wars. I'm not really sure how the group feels about Star Wars, so I didn't want to over-order it. Series 2 and oh, my bad. I thought the list was going to auto-update. There we go. So they must have switched something in they must have switched something in the Streamlabs OBS. Originally, if you saved everything on the same file, it would update the list, and they did an update like last week, and it's not doing it anymore. So I don't know if they switched the coding behind it or whatever else, but my bad. Into the first box of Inception. The list is now accurate on the left. The overhead camera is up right-hand corner, as always. So the first 3 cards are the auto and the parallel. We have Marcus Sasser, Julian Phillips, Mark Armstrong, and J.J. McCarthy. And we're going to have G.G. Jackson on the 7 out of 199, and that's going to the G's. And Tony. Start us off. Opening up more 100-point top loaders. I'm going to have Tyler Buchner on the Jumbo Relic. It's going to be a 10 out of 199. Going to the T's. And Tom Scarberry. So that's the case hit. Every case has a patch auto in it. We have a Tyrese Proctor, the Duke Star on the base. Also going to T and Tom. The ACC struggled a bit this year on basketball. A lot of the ACC teams are talking about trying to leave. It should make everyone's trying to go to the SEC. Let's just say. Kind of ridiculous. We have Vincent Iwuchukwu? I believe that's something like that. Jordan Addison in the wrong jersey. Nick Smith Jr. I only say that because he was a Pitt guy. We have Tyler Van Dyke. Obviously, he was with USC last year. We're going to have Marvin Smith. Marvis Mims, not Marvin Smith. 39 out of 199. Going to the M's and Tom Scarberry. We have Jet Howard, 63 out of 75. Going to the Jays. And Tom Giuliano. If we want to see a second break tonight, there is a Bowman break. Has 3 teams left in the full case. We have Rakeem Jarrett, the Maryland standout at wide receiver, 14 out of 99. Declared for the draft, I believe, a year early. Went undrafted, and he's on a team. He got picked up by somebody. He'll probably make the roster too. He's super talented, but I think he left school a year early. I think he should have stayed an extra year. This is a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. I remember whenever Maryland recruited him, everybody around here was super excited about them recruiting him because of the fact he was a 5-star talent. You had Tua's little brother coming, and I don't think he lived up to the hype. He's also not very big. We have Bo Nix. C.J. Stroud, DJ Uwagilile, and Avery Anderson. We're going to have 27 out of 75, Arterio Morris. Another patch autograph, and this is going to be Will Levis. Probably ends up being the Titans quarterback at some point in time. 185 out of 199. A lot of people comparing him to Josh Allen and raw talent. He is a little bit of a weird cat, though. So he eats mayonnaise out the jar or something like that, right? Wasn't he? Oh, he puts mayonnaise in his coffee. That's what it was. We have Nolan Smith for Georgia. Going to the ends. And Matt Hogue. I actually think it's kind of a relatively crazy product with some of the talent it has in it. It has all the guys that got drafted in the first round for quarterbacks on top of Victor and Caitlin Clark. You have Jalen Carter, the Steeler. Oh, no, Jalen Carter's not the Steeler. Oh, Jalen Carter's the one that got signed by the Eagles, right? We got Hayden Hooker, Derek Lively the second, Dylan Gabriel. Brandon Miller for Alabama, 181 out of 299 on the green. Trey White on the base autograph. I think he declared for the draft, didn't he? Going to the T's, and then another Nolan Smith. On the base. Not a huge fan of the double-up cards here, but it's kind of just how it goes sometimes. Halfway through. How's everybody's week been so far? I know it's still early in the week. Get Walker Howard, Tyler Van Dyke, Will Rogers, and Luke Altmaier. I have Will Levis on the 117 out of 199. Going to the W's and Tom Scarberry. Frankie Collins from Arizona State. He had a good year in college. On the base. Anthony Black from Arkansas. Going to the A's and Josh King. Let's get another big guy. Anybody excited for Heritage tomorrow, or not a fan of Heritage? Sapphire should be here Thursday. We got Jackson Smith, Jigba, Trevor Etienne, Will Rogers, and Cade Klubnik. I have J.J. McCarthy on the 19 out of 50. So action shot. Going to Joseph Bryson and Tom Giuliano in the Jays. Brandon Murray, Georgetown Hoyas. I want to talk about a depleted basketball conference, man. I remember whenever I was in high school, the Big East was just nasty. When Pitt was first overall, we're going to have Josh Downs, UNC, obviously perfect timing for Corey Harding to come and peep at the break. Pick a Tar Heel up. The last two boxes. We have Matt's Buzelis, high schooler. We got Nolan Smith, Josh Downs, and Tyrese Proctor. I mean, I don't know. This kid looks like he's 12. He must be one of the top high school kids. I never heard the name, I was going to say. We're going to have Dontavian Wicks. 3 out of 99 on the blue. I guess I was mistaken about the patch autograph being a case hit. I thought it was a case hit like in baseball, but it's not. We got Dylan Gabriel for the Sooners. I believe he's their quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. Jumbo memorabilia. That's going to be a 5 out of 199 going to the D's and Tom Scarberry. Jalen Cook from Tulane. On the base auto. Let's get into the last box. For Caitlin Victor CJ. Bryce Young, even though he could put his whole body on the card because he's like 5'5". MJ Rice, Jackson Smith-Jigba, Trevor Etienne, and Drew Aller. We're going to have Will Rogers on the 5 out of 25. Will Rogers has some potential upside. Mississippi State guy. The Bulldog. We're going to have Chris Livingston on the 38 out of 99 for Kentucky. This is one of the guys that should be a lottery pick, if I'm not mistaken. On the Premortal. Going to the C's. Nice card there for Tom. We're going to have Clayton Tune. 151 out of 199. The Houston Cougars quarterback. On the patch auto. There's a lot of patch. I didn't realize that we were going to get 4 patch autographs in the back end here. Let's go over the hits real quick. Let's see. We got Will Rogers. I actually like that card. I'd probably hold that one if I was Tom. We have Datavian Wicks, Will Levis, Brandon Miller, Arterio Morris, G.G. Jackson, and Marvin Mims on the parallels. Into the autographs. We have Chris Livingston, Jalen Cook, Tyrese Proctor, Josh Downs, Brandon Murray, McCarthy on the parallel, which apparently I put him in the wrong pile, Anthony Black, Frankie Collins, Nolan Smith ×2. We have Trey White. I have Dylan Gabriel on the patch autograph out of 199. Tyler Buchner out of 199. Jet Howard out of 75. I have Will Levis out of 199. Raheem Jarrett out of 99. And Clayton Tune out of 199. Jet Howard's Jawan Howard's kid, isn't it? If I'm not, or is that somebody else? Yeah, I knew he was his kid. I was going to say. I mean, I know he's going to the draft. He had a pretty decent year last year. Average almost 15 points a game. That's a nice hit. Anyways, I appreciate you guys getting in the break. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourself. If anybody wants any personal boxes of this stuff, let me know. I gotta look and see what I paid for them, but I think the price is probably gonna be like around $185, $190. I was gonna say I don't know what they're retailing for. I think Topps had them for $200, but appreciate you guys. You guys have a good night and be safe. I was going to say, I could do some math and tell you what I paid for the boxes based off of what the price of the break is, but I say, I can't do math on the top of my head because I'm borderline dumb after being able to use a calculator. Appreciate you guys. You guys have, like I said, have a good night. Hopefully we can fill the Bowman up. If we get it tonight, I'll break it. If we don't get it tonight, I guess we'll break it tomorrow. Like I said, huge release tomorrow. Heritage, Top Sterling, Star Wars Chrome. See you guys either later tonight or tomorrow. Appreciate y'all.